Now we have a second part, a short part of our presentation event today. We have three prominent Iranian architects, among the most prominent in Iran, here with us to share a couple of words about Italian villas, what the Italian contemporary villa is, what the postmodern look of the villa is, and what is the contribution of the Italian architecture in this field is. First speaker is Mr. Kamran Afshar Naderi, who needs no introduction. Just let me mention only that you worked together with Mr. Amir Abbas Aboutalebi on a special edition of Domus magazine for Iran a couple of years ago. It was an experiment that maybe in some near future you can continue. I hope so. So please, the floor is yours.
سلام به همگی. من خواستم به فارسی بگم که خیلی خوشحالم که اینجا هستم، خصوصا با امیر عباس که از خیلی وقت پیش راجع به این مسائل با هم دیگه صحبت کرده بودیم و بعد خودش تنهایی دیگه مسیر رو گرفت و جلو برد و به نتیجه هم رسید. I remember actually a few years ago when Amir Abbas approached me with his idea to launch a new magazine centered on the theme of villas. And I have a vivid memory of that day, which I strongly discouraged him to do, because I was thinking that it would end in failure. I had already a big problem with our magazine, Memar, to find subjects to publish, even if we didn't have any limitation in theme, like villas or something else, we could publish everything. But now we are here after a while and with Amir Abbas, who is showcasing proudly the 15th edition of his magazine that, to my view, is mainly a monographic series of books dedicated each one to the villas in a certain country. And it's like a reference book that you can keep and come back and study every time you want to know something about villas. And I think that this edition is especially a very emblematic edition, because the concept of villa originates from Italy, actually. And it dates back to Roman times, as Mr. Ambassador mentioned. And I think that's why this edition is a very special edition. And it's interesting to know that today villa signifies mainly a large and elegant country house with large spaces to live in and space for temporary stays and to escape, a space to escape and restore. And it's interesting to know that the Roman and ancient villas had mainly the same function, because in the ancient time, Rome was very crowded and land prices was very high and people used to live in apartment buildings called insulae. And so the rich people preferred to have large properties in countryside and having spaces, outdoor and indoor spaces for celebrating joy of living. And so those villas with gardens and fishing ponds and peristyles and triclinium, other spaces, baths and libraries, any kind of spaces. And even they had a lot of artworks, sculptures and frescoes depicting several different scenes depicting mythological, floral, and even erotic subjects. And that means that leisure and pleasure was very fundamental in architecture in Italy and also in design. And villas especially were a hub for experimenting with new ideas and concepts in architecture. Considering, for example, the one that I love very much is Villa Malaparte in Capri, atop a cliff, and the building was so groundbreaking and so bold and design in 1930s that with very stunning sea views that Jean-Luc Godard chose it for his film, Le Mépris, starring Brigitte Bardot in 1961. And the building had a very simple idea. And Jean-Luc Godard said about the film, il n'y a pas rien de lucidaire, il n'y a pas rien de secret. It's a space for experimenting a new lifestyle. And also, if we consider, as Mr. Ambassador says, Villa Namosi here by Gio Ponti, that I think that the building aspires to create a new lifestyle for the inhabitants, immersing them intensely in art and design. Art and design also is another subject that is linked with the idea of villa. And I think that Italian artists, architects and designers transcends beyond functionality and beauty. And that's why if we look at, for example, objects designed by Italian, Gufram, for example, products, or Ferrari, or Lamborghini, or even object designed by Ettore Sozzas or Gaetano Pesce, for them, objects should be objects of desire for giving opportunity of experimenting new senses, new, let's say that, lifestyles. And also for them, beauty and functionality is only initial steps for starting with art. I think that Italian villa is a very important subject for who wants to explore in architecture, ancient time and also present time. And I think that this edition of a magazine, I haven't seen that, but I just saw some images and I think that it's a very useful reference book. Thank you.